Alright motherfuckers, we back here, raw and uncut. It's time to rank some shit, and today we're going to be ranking every Grand Theft Auto story from worst to best. I'm talking about the single player campaign. That means free roam, side missions, NPCs, online multiplayer, and anything else that don't got shit to do with the main story is excluded. Although, I will mention them in brief. Also, we're only doing 3D and HD GTAs as nobody gave a single solitary fuck about the 2D GTAs. So that means there are 7 GTAs on this list. I have a bottom 3, one in the middle, and a top 3. And this is all personal preference based on my enjoyment. So if your favorite GTA is not in the top 3, don't get mad. Even if it's in the bottom 3, still don't get mad. And by the way, my bottom 3 might surprise me and piss off some people, but again, this is personal preference based on my enjoyment. Alright? Lastly, worse in this case does not mean bad. It simply means I enjoyed the story for what it was, but not as much as the others. With that said, let's get it. Bottom 3, number 7, Grand Theft Auto 5. Before y'all cuss me out in the comments, hear me out. GTA 5's story was not good at all. Actually, I say it was subpar at best, and that's me being generous. It started off with so much promise in the prologue, but went downhill once he took control of Trevor. Now don't get me wrong, his missions were fun, but they were dumb as hell. The whole story, didn't make any sense whatsoever, as there was a lot of logic holes that left me saying, what in the fuck was that? Terrible Bernie Mac impression, but you get the picture. And that includes the side missions for each character, which were god-awful. Honestly, the main thing, or in this case, person that brought the story down for me was Franklin. Not saying that he was a bad character, because he wasn't. I'm just saying, having him play a third wheel to Michael and Trevor brought the story down a lot of notches. Not only him, but a bunch of other pointless and forgettable-ass characters as well, i.e. Steve Haynes, the most annoying character in the game. Bars! Andreas. What purpose did he serve other than kissing Steve's ass and eventually turning on him and then getting shot in the face as a result of it? Devin Weston, the most annoying and, well, I'm not even saying the most annoying, but he's the absolute worst character in the entire series. Ferdinand Karamar, the most useless character in the entire series. And that torture mission will go down as the worst mission in GTA history, right next to the Express of the Gold mission from GTA 3. Rocco Pelosi, Brucey Kibbutz, Karen, and the ULP guy from GTA 4. Aside from Packy McGreary, every GTA 4 character in this game are completely useless and should have been as far away from this game as possible, including Johnny Clevers, which I'm still pissed about them killing him off. Stretch, D from Ballers, Floyd, Deborah, Wade, the Chains, the list goes on. Outside of the main characters, there's not one character in this game that I can think of off the top of my head that was actually memorable. To keep it a buck with you, I wasn't even planning on going in like that, but you know how it is. That needed to be said. Back to the story. If it were up to me, Mike and Trevor would have been the only 2 main characters in this story, while Frank and Lamar would have had their own story, which could have been the single-player DLC we've been asking for, but Rockstar never delivered. And Lamar would have been a playable character in the DLC, no doubt. Which reminds me, I actually rewrote Frank and Lamar's story, simply called How GTA 5's story Could Have Been Perfect, which I'm not done with. I still gotta do the main story. But I did the entire DLC, so if you want that video, sound off in the comments below. Last thing before we move on, everything about GTA 5 is hella forced. The NPCs, the cops, the gangs, the military, everything from the jokes to the insults to the everyday conversations. The shit people say in this game is so forced that it comes off as cringe and it barely gets a laugh out of me. I don't know what it is. I mean, I laugh every now and then, but the dialogue is so ass, it makes me facepalm. And I just quote Booker T whenever I hear somebody say some stupid shit, like that one Mexican guy. Soon as some shit pops off, the first thing on his mind is fuck me in the ass. Like, for real? On a scale of 1 to for real? That's what you said? And because he said that, I sit here with a behooved look on my face like, he didn't say that. Tell me he didn't just say that. Terrible Booker T impression, but you get the goddamn picture. GTA 5 is not a bad game by any means. Neither is the story. It's just subpar at best, with a rushed ending and a lot of logic holes. And that ending was so fucking garbage, so anticlimactic, and I just sit here and think to myself, that was it? If they had just took their time to focus on story and character development instead of just the graphics and the scenery, the game would have been so much better. They had 5 years after GTA 4. 5 years! Shit, they could have waited 2 years and then started working on GTA 5, so basically 3 years. But they had plenty of time to deliver a good game, and they failed in my eyes. It's a beautiful game from a graphical standpoint, and it's fun to an extent, but the story and its non-playable characters, with the exception of like 3, are completely garbage, in my opinion. And that's all I got to say about that. Bottom 3, number 6, Grand Theft Auto 3. There's one thing we can all agree on is that GTA 3 wasn't that good of a game. It was a little above average at best, and the story was decent and enjoyable for what it was, but like always with these games, there are a lot of flaws. The main flaw is that we couldn't view the map in the pause menu. Unless you're playing on PC where you can download a map mod, you're pretty much fucked if you play it on console. But if you're someone like me who like to exploit everything, you'll play Liberty City Stories first, as it has the exact same map, and it's an expansion, or in this case, prequel, of GTA 3. You learn the map on there, you're good to go on GTA 3. Unless you was doing that retarded-ass Expressive Go mission, where you couldn't find a goddamn fucking thing. And we all, as a collective unit, shit all over that mission. Touted that as the worst mission in GTA history. I feel like the torture mission from GTA 5 dethroned that. That's just real. Not to mention that god-awful sniping mission. If you don't remember that mission, good, you don't want to remember. On top of that, when you get deeper into the game and you go from region to region, in other words mission to mission, as you had to travel across the map for certain missions, as soon as you come off the bridge you immediately get shot at and potentially killed by nearby gang members. It's bullshit, James. Last but not least, Cloud, a mute who lets his actions speak for him. He ain't that great of a character, but he's fun to play as. Bullshit aside, the reason I ranked the classics over GTA 5 is because I enjoyed and had more fun on the classics than I did GTA 5. And that's pretty much it. Finishing up the bottom 3, get your torches and pitchforks ready. Number 5, Grand Theft Auto, Vice City. Y'all are probably thinking, Vice City in the bottom 3? The fuck is you smoking? Remember, this is the story we're talking about, not the game itself. The game itself is actually the second best GTA behind San Andreas, believe it or not. Story-wise, it's one of the weakest, in my opinion. Let me explain. No Kevin Hart. The story is a carbon copy of Scarface, at least how I seen it, with Tommy Vercetti, shout out Ray Liotta, playing the role of Tony Montana, shout out Al Pacino, as he slowly rises to the top and takes over Vice City. It's also a parody of Miami Vice, as Vice City is a parody of Miami, and Les Vance plays the role of Ricardo Tubbs, who, fun fact, is actually his voice actor. Shout out Philip Michael Thomas. By the way, I ain't never seen Miami Vice, the show, or the movie, and I only know the Scarface references, so don't judge me. I will say, the first half of the game, the first half of the story, I should say, was great. The second half, leading to the third act, not so much. Once you get to the part where you gotta buy those businesses and do those god-awful, rage-inducing side missions, not to be confused with the regular side missions, this is where the story goes downhill for me. Let me break it down. No DX. You had the ice cream truck missions, which were painfully boring, in my opinion. The cab company missions, which are absolute bullshit, with the exception of 3. The boat missions, which were a goddamn migraine, and you thought driving cars in this game was atrocious, driving boats is 10 times worse. And let's not forget those controller breaking flying missions. When I tell you I hated flying in this game, I really meant that shit. Flying is so bad in this game, sometimes my controller goes flying across the room. And that ain't the part that behooved me. What behooved me was, shout out Darren Fleet, those side missions were mandatory, but you had to complete most of them. Not all of them, thank Christ. Imagine if you had to do all of them. I wouldn't finish this damn game if that was the case. But you had to do most of them to unlock the last 3 missions. And the last 3 missions weren't even that good, including a heist that was absolutely fucking terrible. Not to mention that god-awful heist prep. Remember that stupid-ass race with Hillary? Yeah, me neither. I've been trying to forget about that since I did the walkthrough. That mission was garbage, and Hillary was a garbage-ass character. The business missions took me completely out of it. If it wasn't for that, this game would have been ranked higher. But it's because of that this is ranked in the bottom 3. You're lucky I didn't put it all the way at the bottom. GTA 5 is way worse. Also, that ending was hella predictable. Everybody and their mama could see Lance turning on Tommy from a mile away. I knew he was full of shit the first time I seen him. All in all, it was a decent story for what it was. Not much else to say about it. Luckily, the free roam activities made up for all the bullshit. One in the middle, number 4. Grand Theft Auto, Liberty City Stories. You're goddamn right I ranked this over Vice City. I had way more fun on this game, and the story was way better in my opinion. Again, personal preference. Yeah, that Mafia shit that I love with Salvatore Leone. I love Mafia shit in any game, really. After playing Mafia 2 and 3, I'm not gonna lie, I fell in love with it. And I'm a big Godfather fan, so it has a special place in my heart. The funniest parts of the game are Tony Cipriani's missions for his mother, and the arguments they had every other cutscene was absolutely hilarious. And his mama would often roast Tony, saying how much she hates him, saying how he ain't gonna ever be shit, how he was an accident, and how she should have swallowed. That's demonetization worthy right there, but I don't get 37 shits. It's just how she said all that shit that made it hilarious. Even as a grown-ass man, Tony is still neglected by his own mama. Neglect ain't funny at all in real life, but at least in GTA you can laugh at it. Rockstar logic, am I right? And that ain't the part that behooved me. What behooved me was, once again, shout out Darren Fleet, his own mama ordered a hit out on him. I don't think y'all heard me. His own mama ordered a hit out on her own damn son. That's fucked up, James. Once she survives said hit, she decides to leave town with some dude and don't even hug or kiss you goodbye. That's tough. But it's nice to see Tony in a more prominent role instead of what we got in GTA 3. Notice I didn't mention him at all in GTA 3 because I didn't give a shit about his missions. His missions was subpar at best. Also, the side missions in this game are lit AF. Cracking into the top 3. Number 3. Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. How many stands and keyboard warriors did I piss off ranking Vice City Stories, the prequel, over the original, eh? Like I said, personal preference. This story, in my opinion, is way better than the original, as it's more fun, less rage-inducing, and it's not a carbon copy of a movie we've all seen 1,000 times. By the way, I would much rather watch the movie. And I couldn't give a single solitary fuck about Miami Vice, the show or the movie. I just don't care. I'm more of a Law & Order SVU kind of guy anyway. Besides, I played the original mostly for the free roam anyway. Just saying. I ain't gonna say much about Vice City Story, but the only thing I will say is Victor Vance is one of my favorite and one of the most underrated characters in the entire series. Also, this is the game that made me hate his brother Lance. I don't really hate him, I just can't stand him. Playing this game, or I just fucked up the script. Let it ride, damn it. Play this game, watch the cutscenes, you'll see why. He is so fucking annoying. And not the good kind of annoying either. He's like Brucey from GTA 4, but Brucey gets a pass because he's entertaining. Emphasis on the entertaining. Lance is the complete opposite. Every time he shows his face and starts talking, I get agitated like, oh my god. Sometimes I just want to jump to the screen and say, bro, shut the fuck up. You weren't even that bad in the original, but in this game, he took it to a whole new level of cringe. Bullshit aside, the story is fantastic, as one of the highlights for me in this game is the cameo that you get from Phil Collins. Singing In the Air. It's a whole mission. He sings the entire song, and you gotta keep the concert from getting messed up by a bunch of bandits. You know what I'm saying? You listen to this beautiful ass song and kill bitches in the rafters at the same damn time. That song is the shit. Better than that Love Fist garbage. Love Fist is just awful. Cringe to the second power. But they're entertaining. Emphasis on the entertaining. Also, this is the only GTA that features a baby who is the daughter or the son, I don't even remember what the gender was, but the daughter of the son of a white trash couple who just be arguing and fighting, and it's the funniest shit in the game. Especially when the redneck guy, because I don't remember his name, but especially when the redneck guy bitch slaps the shit out of his own baby mama. That's tough. That's tough. Only in GTA could domestic violence be hilarious, because we all know domestic violence in real life ain't no laughing matter. Lastly, they actually did the businesses right in this game, unlike that garbage we got in the original, and years later with GTA 5 and GTA Online. Yeah, I said it. Sorry, not sorry. Top 3, number 2. Grand Theft Auto. Hold on to your butts. San Andreas. See what I did there? It's Frank Tenpenny, Sam Jackson. You get the goddamn picture. It's all of you sit at your computers or your phones yelling, "Houseway!" Let me explain why San Andreas is my number 2 and not my number 1. A, it would be too obvious as I wanted to stand out front of the crowd. B, I'm a comedian who ironically loves drama more than comedy. And I'm talking real drama, you know what I'm saying? Keith David, Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman, Samuel motherfucking Jackson, Tom Hanks, Al Pacino, Leo DiCaprio, sweet, sweet Loretta Devine, and the oh-so beautiful Angela Bassett. I can go on and on. I love that real drama. I love comedy too. I really do. Bars! But drama has way more affection towards me. I don't know what it is. It's just I can get emotionally invested in a drama. You can't get emotionally invested in a comedy. Comedy is just for laughs, especially when you're high. Even comedy drama. But that's just me. Speaking of, C, the story reminds me of a 90s hood movie. And it feels more like a comedy than a drama. It starts off comedically dramatic, then it turns to a flat-out comedy after the first 20 minutes. Can't really take everything else seriously, especially the part where Sweet gets locked up and Carl gets kidnapped. I still laugh at it because he got the bag on his head like, please take this off, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And I'm sitting there laughing my ass off. I'm like, take the fucking bag off. You can't take that shit seriously. But it turns into a flat-out comedy after the first 20 minutes. That's not a bad thing though, because the story is straight up fantastic from beginning to end and has a lot of memorable moments and characters, including the greatest villain in the entire series, Frank Tenpenny. Again, shout out Sam Jackson, you know what I'm saying? One of my favorite actors of all time. Anyway, there ain't much I can say that hasn't been said already. We all know San Andreas is the GOAT, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. The main event of the evening, or the day, depending on what time I upload this video. Either way, my number one, Grand Theft Auto 4. Okay, why the fuck am I talking in this accent? You can't take me serious. I'm sorry. In all seriousness, god damn it, Grand Theft Auto 4. This includes episodes from Liberty City. Y'all should already know by now, GTA 4 is my all-time favorite GTA, gameplay-wise and story-wise. I may sound a little biased, which I'm not by the way, but I can't deny the love that I have for this game. And I love how dark, dry, and dreary, with quite a bit of comedy sprinkled in between, but mostly dramatic the main story is. And I love Nico Bellic. He can be a little dry and maybe a little boring sometimes, but he's fun to play at nonetheless, not to mention he's a fucking savage like Fred. He's the type of dude that'll kill you, talk shit about you, threaten you, and tease you at the same damn time. The other characters, aside from Trevor of course, do it as well, but not quite like Nico. Nico's the only person I ever heard threaten to decapitate an enemy in the middle of a fucking gun battle. I'll cut off your fucking head! Remember that? He looked like he would actually do that shit too, crazy as he is. I know Nico ain't everybody's cup of tea, and I know the story ain't perfect by any means. Bars! But if you get emotionally invested after the first couple of missions, you know you went for one hell of a dramatastic story. Good God, I just sounded like a fucking geek. Dramatastic. Wow, drama goddamn tastic. Here I go, making up words again. Same can be said about the DLC. The Battle of Gay Tony is fantastic. Luis Lopez is fantastic. Luis, wow. Yusuf Amir, nigga, is hilarious. I can't praise the Battle of Gay Tony enough. Like the main story, it can be a little cringe sometimes, but like Berlizzi would always say, I'ma let it slide. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong without just a little bit of cringe, you know what I'm saying? And it's cringe in a good way. Sometimes cringe makes the story better. Same thing goes for The Lost and Damned, my favorite out of the three. Mainly because I love Sons of Anarchy, and The Lost and Damned had a multitude of similarities to that show. Which reminds me, I actually gotta check out Mayans. I heard that show is pretty lit. Johnny Klevitz is actually one of my favorite characters in the entire series. Definitely in my top 5. In terms of main characters, if I had to choose between the GTA 5 3, Mike, Trevor, and Frank, and the GTA 4 3, Nico, Luis, and Johnny, I would choose the GTA 4 3, no question. No bias needed. This is just me being honest. Because when you really think about it, Frank wasn't really that good of a character. You know, we knew that shit going into it, and based on how the story played out, yeah, he's pretty much worthless. And he was pretty much just a third wheel in a lot of drama. That's all he was. And sorry to burst your bubble, Mike wasn't that good of a character either. Some of y'all loved him. I even love Mike, but let's just be honest. Let's be clear in my T.I. voice. Mike wasn't that good of a character. He's pretty much portrayed as a piece of shit the entire game, especially by Amanda. When you put it that way, when you put it in her words, you low-life, whoremongering asswipe. You know what I'm saying? I loved Amanda. She was such a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I love Tracy even more. You know what I'm saying? I was not lying when I said I'd fuck the shit out of Tracy, and I said no cap after that. I really would, and I would not pull out. I'd probably get demonetized for saying that shit. But at this point, who the hell cares? You know what I'm saying? Because Amy Wachichichowski, whatever that bitch's name is, like Mac Lethal says, she can demonetize these nuts. And she can lick them while she's down there, you know what I'm saying? Trevor, in my honest opinion, is really the only good character in my eyes. But to keep it a stack with you, because Mike's story is the only one that made any fucking sense, Rockstar could have did GTA 5 like GTA 4. Basically have Mike as the only main character of the main story and release a 2-part DLC over time with Trevor in his own story and Frank in his own story with Lamar as a playable character, and maybe all 3 of these guys can cross paths in the DLC. I don't know. I'm just talking out the side of my neck at this point. But my point is, GTA 5's story is nowhere near close to being good. That's why it's at the bottom of this damn list. Don't get me wrong. Like I said earlier, GTA 4's story ain't perfect either. But when you compare the two, GTA 5 is like those straight-to-DVD movies that you'll find in the bin at Walmart and you walk right past without a care in the world. Like, who on this earth honestly watches Walmart movies? GTA 4, on the other hand, it's like a Lifetime movie that you stumble upon, flipping through the channels when there ain't shit to watch on TV. And you keep watching because it's such an amazing story and it's easy to fall in love with. Not to mention, GTA 4 has better realism than GTA 5. I say again, GTA 4 has better realism than GTA 5, and it's evident. Graphics don't count, so you can shut the hell up about that. As far as I'm concerned, fuck the graphics. Say it with me now. Graphics did not make a game good, because there's a lot of games that are absolutely beautiful from a graphical standpoint, but the gameplay and the story is complete shit, i.e. Thief, garbage. Assassin's Creed Unity, or should I say Assassin's Creed Glitches, garbage. Black Ops 3, garbage. Black Ops 4, garbage. Shit, I'm gonna be petty and I'm gonna say Fortnite. Come at me, nerds. Garbage. You know what I'm saying? How long has the game been out? And Save the World is still in fucking beta and it's not free? They said it was gonna be free by, what did they say? February 2018, the beginning of 2018? And it's still not free? Garbage. Sorry, not sorry. Homefront: The Revolution, garbage. Medal of Honor: Warfighter, garbage. Ghost Recon Wildlands, garbage. Saints Row 4: Get Out of Hell, another one, garbage. The list goes on. Like X Chase Money would say, I can see the dookie. Oh my god. Graphics are a bonus, okay? I'm not saying that graphics don't always have to be good. I'm just saying graphics are a bonus, because there's plenty of games with shitty graphics, but the story is fucking amazing. Red Dead Revolver is one of them. Max Payne is another, just to name a few. Story and gameplay should always be the main focus. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. And GTA 4, Battle of Gay Tony, Lost in the Dam, together has the deepest and most dramatic story in the series. To me anyway. Even though the Battle of Gay Brethrens is more of a comedy, but still. It's my favorite story in the entire series. That's why it's ranked #1 over San Andreas. Y'all might see it differently, but you can't change my mind. Like I said earlier, personal preference. Last thing before I get up out of here, because this has been on my mind since GTA 5's inception. In my honest opinion, GTA 5, because it was based in 2008 and GTA 5 was based in 2013, now 2017, in my honest opinion, GTA 4 is based on how society used to be, where people used to get away with doing and saying just about anything, and freedom of speech was taken more seriously. Shit was fun back in the day. But GTA 5, on the other hand, it's based on how society is nowadays, where people are more sensitive and get offended over every little thing because they're some snoodling little pussies. And in other words, freedom of speech no longer exists. We can't do or say shit without somebody getting mad and wants to be rebellious. Shut the fuck up and grow some balls. Because it seems like everybody got a vagina now. That's tough. With that said, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope y'all learned something today. I will be ranking every GTA game from worst to best. The games themselves this time. We're going to be ranking every GTA game from worst to best, including the 2D versions. But before that, because I feel like it, and because it's my goddamn channel, and because why the hell not, I'll be ranking every Call of Duty campaign because I feel like this needs to be done. I've seen channels that do this. I've seen lists on Reddit that are completely fucking retarded. I'm going to tell you right now, Black Ops 3 has the absolute worst campaign of all time, and I've seen lists on Reddit and certain other websites where they rank Black Ops 3 above World at War. They rank it above Black Ops 2. They rank it above World War 2, above Ghost. Like, what the fuck are you smoking to rank a story that makes no fucking sense over actual legit stories with good voice acting? I don't know how anybody can vouch for that. I don't know how anybody can play that shit and have fun. I can't even have. I played through that shit 4 fucking times. I put myself through that horror 4 times. Because at first I was playing as a fan because I love the Black Ops series. I love Black Ops 1's campaign. I love Black Ops 2's campaign. I didn't play Black Ops 1 in its prime. I played it late. I still played the campaign though. And I played Black Ops 2. I love Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2's campaign. But Black Ops 3 was a step in a different direction and they fucked it up. As far as I'm concerned, Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 is not in the Black Ops series. So when I rank these games, I'm going to be ranking Modern Warfare, the Modern Warfare series as a whole, not separate, because it's going to be hard to rank one over the other. So I'm going to rank those as a whole, and the Black Ops series, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, as a whole as well. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But until then, I'm out, man. Peace. Fuck Donald Trump. Toodles!
So, you full of crap or what? What? Where's luxury condo? Where's sports car? Where's Barbara with big titties and Stephanie who sucks like a vacuum?
What are you talking about?
In your letters to my mother. In your letters to me.
Bye, have a great time.